let's go to this matchup, because we've seen this matchup before, and the Rams won it.
They did.
I mean, the Rams are the only team not named the Detroit Lions to beat the Vikings this season, and they won by 10 back in Week 8. Has much changed for either team since then, Leger?
I would say so. When you look at that game, that was the return of Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. So the Rams have been playing majority of the season without them. Now, since that game, that offense hasn't looked as good. Now, it looked really good versus the Buffalo Bills, but the last 4 weeks of the season, something has been off with this offense, right? Cooper Kupp has not been involved in the offense. When you look at the last 6 games, right, only 2 of those games he went over 60 yards receiving. He's that third piece of that offense when you talk about Kyren Williams and Puka Nacua. They need Cooper Kupp to show up big in that game. And then also, you would have to say the Vikings have essentially went on a run since that game as well. You talked about it. The only team they've lost to is the Detroit Lions besides the LA Rams. And we saw Sam Darnold really struggle last week, but for majority of the season after that Jacksonville game, he really played at an elite level. I had him as a top 5 MVP candidate going into Week 18. Now, again, he struggled. Looks like he was almost the Sam Darnold from the Jets, where he was seeing some ghosts and wasn't throwing to open receivers, but I believe he will bounce back in this game.
You know, it's interesting. The Rams, you mentioned, winning 5 of the last 6, but the offense has been clunky. Matthew Stafford hasn't thrown over 200 yards in those games, but they figured out ways to win. I think this is like 2 teams kind of coming together, like with different complexions of where they are.